Does she like me? Does she think of me? This and others are questions that has no doubt entered almost every man's mind at some point in his life. After all, what better way to avoid rejection than by figuring out how a girl feels before signaling your romantic interest? Women can sometimes be quite hard to figure out, even when we think we're making things obvious to the guy we're into. And let's be honest, you men aren't all that great at reading the signs much of the time, especially when your judgment is clouded by little hearts swimming in front of your eyes when you look at someone you really fancy. Whether you like her and aren't sure whether she'd say yes if you asked her out, or you've already been out, but you're not sure whether she's keen to carry things on, reading a girl can be a bit of a minefield. The key is to watch for particular behaviors and other cues that indicate her mutual attraction to you. Some might be subtle, while others border on flirting, but here are some telltale signs that she's into you. Watch out for the last two. They are going to blow your mind. You catch her looking at you. When we like a guy, we'll end up watching him a lot whether we like it or not, and we probably won't be that good at hiding it. If you look at her and catch her staring, that's a good sign. If she smiles at you when your eyes meet, or if she responds to your smile by smiling back, that's even more positive. Especially if it's one of those sweet, shy smiles that comes when you've been caught staring. After all, it's hard to hide your true feelings in the moment when you're not prepared for it. On the other hand, and because we're nothing if not contrary, another sign, especially if nothing has happened between you yet, is that she literally never looks at you. She'll studiously avoid your gaze because she doesn't want to be too obvious. She looks for you. If she comes into a room and knows you're going to be there, watch to see if her eyes seek you out when she arrives. Even if she doesn't come over to you and goes to her friends instead, the fact she's checking to see if you're there is a very good sign, as it means you've been on her mind. Those little glances signal that she is preparing herself mentally for an interaction with you later on. She starts treating you differently. If you've known her for a while as a friend and she's suddenly developed feelings for you, she'd have to be an incredible actor to stop her behavior toward you from changing. If you had quite a close, affectionate relationship before and she suddenly stops touching you or starts treating you differently to the way she does other guys, you both know something's probably up. She may no longer feel as comfortable being that friendly because in her heart she wants more. She may want to be your girlfriend, but there's a good chance she's also worried about being rejected or ruining a perfectly good friendship. She replies to your messages. How obvious can it get? Again, this will vary from girl to girl, but generally, if we like someone, we'll message them back pretty quickly. That's unless you've got into the dreaded game of only replying after 3 days and feigning disinterest, in which case she'll stick to that because most girls don't want to seem like the keen one. Although some people thrive off these games, most girls don't have time for them. If you keep playing, she'll probably lose interest pretty quickly. So for the love of God, stop messing around and text her back. She seems nervous. When you first meet up, does she get a little tongue-tied? Does she struggle to come up with topics of conversation? Is she not quite sure how to greet you? Should it be a handshake, a hug, a kiss on the cheek, a kiss on both cheeks? Or does she just stand there awkwardly? If a woman likes you, she'll have butterflies in her stomach when she first sees you, and that might mean her brain takes a short holiday bungee jumping down the Victoria Falls. She should soon relax into your company, but initial nerves are a sure sign she's interested. She's touchy-feely. Some girls are uncomfortable with contact in public, so this doesn't always apply. But generally, if she's into you, she'll find ways to touch you, even if they're only small gestures. Touching your arm is definitely a good clue, as it's deliberate and surprisingly intimate. Or she might flirt in another physical way, such as playfully hitting you or even being more direct if she's confident and highly attracted to you. She makes plans. There's nothing more infuriating than parting ways with a guy you like without any clear idea of when you're seeing each other next. If she's not bothered about seeing you again, she'll probably keep things vague. But if she's interested in you, she might suggest certain days or times she's free for another date. Make sure you take her up on one of them if you can and pin down a plan, or she might think you're not interested in meeting up again and go off the boil. Having set plans gives her the reassurance she's going to see you again, and means she doesn't have to wait around for you to make a suggestion, which can get extremely tedious. Her friends behave differently. If she likes you, chances are her friends know all about it and will react in ways that reflect this. Perhaps they leave you two alone when you approach her, or maybe they drop little hints when they talk to you. Either way, friends are often less subtle about things to the point where they give very good clues as to the feelings of the girl herself. They may even tell you outright that she likes you if you're lucky. She licks her lips. Licking of the lips is an unconscious signal that you like what you see. And we're not talking about grand lip-licking gestures of extreme flirtatiousness. We're talking about those little, snake-like tongue flicks that moisten our lips in readiness to talk or perhaps even to kiss. She preens herself. If a girl likes you, she will want to look her most attractive whenever you are around. So she will check her hair, touch up her makeup, and adjust her clothes to their rightful positions. She may regularly tuck her hair behind her ear whilst you talk or reapply lip gloss during a bathroom break. These signs can be subtle, but if you are observant you will be able to spot them. She blushes. Sometimes you might say or do something that makes her cheeks go pink or even bright red. This blushing is less to do with embarrassment and more to do with excitement and nervousness. If you flirt with her and see those scarlet tones hit her cheeks, it's a sign that she may be hiding real feelings for you. Her body is turned toward you. When we're really interested in what someone has to say, we don't just focus on them with our eyes, we turn our whole body toward them. If her shoulders are square onto you, she's really focusing her attention on you. Though, it's also important to watch her feet because if these remain pointed away from you, she might be hesitant to fully engage. She'll have open body language that is inviting and warm. She certainly won't have crossed arms. She might also stand a little taller and push her shoulders back to expose more of her neck. She caresses an object in her hands. This one's a little tricky because a woman holding something in her hands can mean very different things. The key to figuring it out is to watch how she holds and interacts with it. Does she caress it or does she grip it tight? Does she focus on the object a lot? Or are her hands moving subconsciously? If she is holding a drink, for example, and gently stirring it whilst maintaining eye contact with you, it's more likely to be a sign that she is relaxed and open to you as a person. If, on the other hand, she is clutching her hand back across her midriff and looking away from you a lot, she is trying to maintain a physical barrier between you and her either because she's not interested, or because she is not yet comfortable enough in your presence. She gives you her undivided attention. When the two of you are talking, she will put away her phone, ignore passing distractions, and focus her energies on you. This is her way of showing that she is invested in what you have to say and that your words mean something to her. And she won't just listen to reply like many people do in casual conversation. Her responses will be thoughtful, show interest, and make you feel listened to. Hints or reveals that she's single. If you don't know a girl and have just met her at a party or bar or through friends, you might be wondering what her relationship status is. But if she is interested in you on that level after getting to know you a little bit, chances are she will find a way to let slip that she is currently free and single. If she brings this up, it's one of the strongest signs that she likes what she sees. If she didn't, there would be little reason in bringing such a personal detail up. What's more, she'll be very attentive to your reaction to assess whether you are also single and what your underlying emotions about her are. She moves a little closer. If a girl is into you, she will probably lean in when you are talking or even take half a step toward you so as to fully engage with you. Since this effectively pushes the boundaries of your personal space, it's quite an intimate thing to do, but it shows interest in what you are saying and her high level of comfort around you. What are you waiting for? Like her back. If she's giving you all the right signals, you need to reciprocate to make sure she knows she's not alone in this. She'll be watching you closely for signs, just as you are her. Thank you for watching. Comment below with the most helpful item in my list and see you in the next one. Bye.